What's good, guys? It's TSG. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what's going on in this crazy market, and I just want to share some wisdom that I picked up along the way that's helped me keep my sanity in times like this, and hopefully it's going to keep doing that for whatever's going to come. The first thing I need to say in this type of video is that this is not financial advice. I'm honestly really excited to make this video because I want to put my own perspectives out there on record so I can look back in 5 to 10 years and just see whether my perspective was right, how I've grown since now. And I really just want to put this out there. And I do think that it is going to be very helpful for those of you guys, just as information. It's not, like I say, not financial advice, but it's just good information to share. All right, guys, I'm sure you guys have noticed looking at your phones, Twitter, your stock portfolios, wherever it is, there is red all over the markets, not just crypto, stocks as well, everything is red right now. And if we just have a quick run through, we can have a look here. Bitcoin is down 33% year to date, Ethereum 38% year to date, BNB 42% year to date, XRP 45% year to date, Solana an insane 66% year to date, and even the S&P is down 16% year to date. So there is blood everywhere right now and nothing is safe. In times like these, it's very easy to get super scared seeing all of your profits go down, seeing a lot of your portfolio that was once in the green is now in the red. And I understand that it's a very hard thing to deal with psychologically and mentally. And what I want to do with this video is just to put things in perspective and share my thought process with you guys in the hopes that it is able to help some of you guys deal with what's going on and just take a breath and just kind of figure out what's going on and make the right decisions and not the impulsive decisions, which is just going to lead to more disastrous results than what we're already seeing right now. So the first thing I do in situations like this, and I'm going to be very honest with you guys, is I take a deep breath and I zoom out. The moment I zoom out and have a look at actually what our assets have done over a long period of time, I realize that the volatility is part of the game. There's no running away from that. And as long as you have a longer time frame, this volatility shouldn't affect you too much. Just take a deep breath and again, put things into perspective. If you have a look at all of these different assets, Bitcoin, insane. Ethereum, insane. BNB, all of these things, XRP, Solana, the S&P 500 is a perfect thing. And you just see it go up over time. I'm not even going to go to the max, so you can have a look at the entire thing, just 5 years. If you can put your money aside and wait 5 to 10 years, this volatility, you're not even going to remember it. It's not going to be a thing if you have that long-term period. The way I look at it is I ask myself a couple of questions. One, for the S&P 500 specifically and just stocks in general, are businesses going to stop operating? What's going to happen with businesses? Are we going to live in a world where there are no longer goods and services? The answer to that is obviously not. That's not going to be a thing. There's always going to be a need, a demand for goods and services, which means there are going to be businesses to provide those things. So, and that's exactly what the S&P 500 is. It invests your money into the top 500 stocks. And as long as you believe that those 500 companies, biggest companies, including Google, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, all of these companies, as long as you think that they're going to continue to provide goods and services, it's fine. This volatility doesn't change too much. So again, as long as you don't need that money now, it's fine. Those stocks are going to be there 5 to 10 years. You don't need to worry about those things. As for crypto, that's a little bit more difficult because again, there is a lot more volatility. But again, the fundamental question that I ask myself is crypto going away? That is a bit harder to answer, and this is where I go into my personal thought process, and the answer to that also is no. We've started to see insane use cases and adoption for NFTs and layer 2s, and we're physically seeing countries like El Salvador buying dips. With this current dip, El Salvador's president bought another 500 Bitcoin. So as long as we can see that adoption curve is going up, it's not something that I'm too worried about. We're still so early in the entire space that again, as long as the time period, the time frame is 5 to 10 years, to me, it looks like there's nothing but upside. As long as you pick a couple of assets which you have a strong conviction in, which you believe are going to be out there. And again, this goes back to your risk tolerance. But what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to get across now is during these times of volatility, put things in perspective and don't look at things in a year to date time frame or even a 1 to 2 year time frame, because that's what a bear market is. They last for lengthy periods of time. But once you take that further step back and look at the entire picture of 5 to 10 years, it's almost the majority of the time it is going to be an upside trend, and you're not going to need to worry about what we're dealing with right now. Some things that I've done that have really helped me in my investing experience in regards to stocks as well as crypto, and these things have, like I mentioned before, helped me stay sane and comfortable, and kind of it stopped me getting rattled in times like this. The first thing, and I think it's super important, is to have an emergency fund. Some people say a year emergency fund, which is, I think, is insane. Some people say 6 months, 3 months. Personally, I think 2 months is fine. 1 to 2 months. I've always had that belief of, if you can't get something to work for you in a month, if you can't find an income, you should be able to. As long as you're really putting all of your effort into it, you will find some sort of income within a month. So for me, myself personally, I have about a 2 month emergency fund. So if everything goes nuts, I've got that there, and I'm not too worried about it. Again, why I do that is because when things drop like this, and if you don't have an emergency fund and you need capital, you're going to need to liquidate your stocks or your assets in general. And you're going to be forced to sell them while the market is down. And you don't want to be a forced seller in an environment like this. You want to prepare yourself as much as possible and take responsible actions while deploying your capital in general. So always keeping some capital aside for those emergencies, I think, is incredibly important and is so overlooked. And I implore everyone to just do a 1 to 2 month at least, and then start to deploy capital elsewhere, because you don't want to be left out here holding the bag, being forced to sell, and just kind of dealing with that, because that's not a good feeling to have at all. The second bit of wisdom that I followed, and it's again helped me with my sanity and my stress levels, is I have never, and I don't plan to use leverage ever. I do not want to be in a position where, again, I'm forced to become a seller due to things being liquidated or margin called. It's just not something that I want to do. I would rather take the slow and steady route of, again, understanding the 5-year process, the 5 to 10 year process of a safer option. Yes, the rewards might not be as high as if I was using leverage, but that is the price that I am willing to pay for that peace of mind. And I, again, in a market like this where it's extremely volatile, that's honestly a price that I would pay. I think peace of mind in a time like this is insanely important. The feeling of losing the majority of your net worth is not a good feeling. It's hard to comprehend when you're not in that situation. And honestly, I don't even want you guys to be in that situation. And I want you guys to kind of protect yourselves and look after yourselves and just not allow that to even happen to you, if possible. The third bit of wisdom that I've used during my experience investing, and it's actually linked to that previous point, is one, not to use leverage. And then the second thing is to only use money that you're willing, and I won't say willing to lose, but willing to put aside, and you have no absolute need for it. Too often have I seen people use their rent money or grocery money on investing because they think they're going to miss out on an opportunity. And I'll be honest, I've done that myself. Not the rent money, but I've scrambled around when I didn't need to scramble for something which I thought was an opportunity, and later on it wasn't. It backfired. So it's a very important thing to know. You should only be investing things that you can, like I say, put aside for 5 to 10 years and know that you're going to be able to carry on with your lifestyle. Your lifestyle's not going to change at all, whatever those investments do. If it goes up, it goes up. If it goes down, it goes down. That's all fine. But that whatever you have there is not going to affect your lifestyle at all. You want to be living your lifestyle and making that consistent. And outside of that extra bit that you have outside of maintaining your lifestyle, that is what you want to be investing. Investing things that that take away from your lifestyle is a recipe for disaster. And again, if you're forced into being a seller, it's just all gonna unravel, and you don't want to be in that situation. And the final thing that I've learned, and this is gonna be the first time that I'm actually able to apply it practically, because we've never had a market like this while I've been investing, is to double down, triple down on your high conviction picks. Your assets that you believe have a good 5 to 10 year range, and you really, really believe you know the foundation, you know everything about it. Those are the plays that you want to do. I know for some people that might be Tesla. Some people that might be Nvidia. Some people that might be Meta, Apple for stocks. And for others, I know you have your Bitcoin maxis, your Ethereum maxis. The thing that you are the most convicted about, this is the time to double and triple down. This is not the time to be afraid. While everyone else is afraid, we know the saying, be greedy when everyone else is fearful. And right now, looking at the market, it is just fear everywhere. Everywhere you're looking, it's absolute fear. So honestly, this is the time to go shopping. The analogy that I've always loved regarding market action like this is just the fact that it's on sale. Imagine going to a shopping mall and things are on sale. Like I mentioned, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all of those assets, even the S&P, they're down 30, 40%. Imagine going to a store and seeing a PlayStation 5 at 40%. Like, you would definitely be interested in getting it. You wouldn't be scared about it. You'd say, oh, it's at a discount. And I think we need to have that same mindset when it comes to assets. When we see assets that we know fundamentally haven't changed, those are the ones we need to double and triple down on because they're on a discount. For me personally, I'm going to be very transparent here. Again, I want to put this out here on record so I can look back in 5 to 10 years and see whether my perspective is right or wrong. I'm fine with both of those. I just want to put this out there. Right now, I am going to be doubling down on the S&P 500 because, like I say, I believe that those companies, Teslas, Disney, Apple, all of those companies are going to be around in the next 5 to 10 years. They're going to pivot. They're going to change things, even things like Meta. I believe that they're going to be here, and betting on the top 500 companies in America at any given time, I think is a winning decision. I could be wrong, but we're going to have to see in 5 to 10 years. But right now, with these discounts, it seems clear to me that these are the times that I do want to be buying back in. The second thing I'm going to be topping up on is Ethereum. Seeing Ethereum down 38%, like I said, to me, that's a massive discount. I can see what NFTs are doing. I can see what GameFi is building on Ethereum. And I want to get involved. I was still so early, and I think that the upside is still insane. So doubling down, tripling down right now while it's at that 38% discount seems like a no-brainer to me. And the final thing that I'm going to be going crazy on and getting my hands on as much of this as possible is Illuvium. You guys know, but if you've watched my channel before, I am extremely bullish on Illuvium as an entire project. The team is absolutely insane. The founders are incredible. Kieran, Grant, and Aaron, they're all, in my mind, geniuses at each of their crafts. And them working together to build what they are building is absolutely insane. Plus the added fact that I've played the actual beta and I've got my hands on it to test the product out. For those of you guys who want to watch that, I'll put a link in the description below, or you can just click this right here and you can go watch me play some of that gameplay. But the fact that I've played the game, I've seen the quality of it, I've felt it, I've legitimately compared it with the other competitors in the space, it seems like it's an absolute no-brainer. And again, fundamentally, nothing has changed about Illuvium at all. This is all market. The price action is based on market sentiment. So as long as I believe in Illuvium still within the next 5 to 10 years, to me, this is an insane discount, and I'm absolutely going to go shopping. Again, I want to make it very clear, none of this is financial advice. I just want to put myself on record, share some of my thoughts and perspectives. You don't follow me. Do your own research, figure it out yourself. All I wanted to share really, and it's just my perspective, is as long as you have a long-term perspective in moments like this, in times like this, you're going to be fine. Especially if you're young, if you're 20, 30, you're not going to need that capital immediately. Waiting that 5 to 10 years is having that long-term time frame is incredibly helpful. I know so many older people that would give away so much of their capital to be 20 or 30 again, knowing what they know now. So I hope that we don't fall into that trap and we do have that patience, because I know that is the way we are all going to win. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know this was a little bit different from the content I usually make, but I really wanted to share this and put this out there, especially I know now while there's a lot of people stressed out or not knowing what to do. I just wanted to share this perspective. Stay calm, stay cool, breathe, double down, triple down on the stuff that you're convicted on. Only do that with the money you're able to put aside, and it's not going to affect your lifestyle. Do that, hold it for 5-10 years, and you are going to be all right. Stick to what's been tried and true, and you're going to be fine. But anyway, thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. If you enjoy this, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. You know what to do, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.